All right, so today's hearing comes as Musk is displaying how much of a powerful ally he is to President Trump after making this appearance inside the Oval Office alongside the president last night, defending his government overhaul. But approval of his level of influence within the Trump administration has dramatically flipped. Right now, polls show 46% of Americans believe he should not have this much leverage. So NewsNation's Joe Khalil joins us live there on Capitol Hill. Joe, what is, first of all, the big takeaway from today's DOGE hearing?
Well, so that's an interesting question, Nichole, because I think we all sort of expected the fireworks that you saw, the back and forth, several of those exchanges that you just played. The reason we sort of knew that was coming is because DOGE right now is at the center of the most contentious back and forth among Republicans and Democrats today. So there was a lot of anger, I think, coming into that room, a lot of frustration. What I was surprised at, though, was that there was actually also quite a bit of substantive discussion about where government spends too much money, where there is waste, where there is abuse of federal funds, that both sides seem to at least express a willingness to want to work on. We heard from some of the witnesses today about the fact that there is $36 trillion of national debt that we need to contend with. There was one witness that talked about how there's a 20% fraud rate with funds in the federal government, whereas in the private sector, it's only about a 3% fraud rate. So there were areas where both sides at least talked about wanting to work together. The Elon Musk stuff was going to be inevitable, that Democrats were going to bring this up. We heard from several who were very upset with the level of authority he has been given. Many Democrats on the committee today say they frankly think it's illegal that DOGE is continuing to cut back federal funds and federal agencies without Congress approving those cuts. At the same time, Republicans in that committee said, with $36 trillion in national debt, we need to take extreme measures that Elon Musk is taking now to claw some of that back. So that back and forth we've heard for weeks now in debate played out within that hearing, the first manifestation of DOGE in an actual congressional hearing setting. Take a listen to what both sides said coming out of the hearing today.
I welcome any work to stop waste, fraud, and abuse by Democrats. I completely welcome it. I heard a few of the Democrat members in there sounded serious about it, but I also saw some others use their 5 minutes to attack President Trump, attack Elon Musk, attack me, and basically make political theater of the whole thing.
As Democrats on the committee, we're very interested in working on a bipartisan basis to tackle waste, fraud, and abuse and to make the government more efficient, but we're not going to be silent while an unelected billionaire and the president are breaking the law and dismantling our federal agencies.
Nichole, one question we all had for the chairwoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, was whether we would see Elon Musk in any of the hearings moving forward. She strongly suggested that was not going to happen. She didn't close the door to it entirely. But for now, it seems like I wouldn't count on a Musk appearance here on the Hill anytime soon.
All right, so no Musk appearance on the Hill. Also happening today, Joe, Tulsi Gabbard was confirmed as National Intelligence Director, but just a few weeks ago, it really seemed like her nomination was potentially in doubt. What changed between then and now?
Yeah, pretty amazing. She was on shaky ground just a couple weeks ago. During her confirmation hearing, it wasn't Democrats we were paying attention to, it was Republicans. Several of them asked her really tough questions about her stance on Edward Snowden, about her meeting with former Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad. There were a lot of questions about her judgment and about her experience from several Republicans. So we thought that there may be some trouble for her moving forward. But between now and then, clearly, she got on the phones. We know that Vice President Vance got on the phones with Republican senators who had concerns, and seemingly most of them were allayed, because today the only Republican who voted against her was former leader Mitch McConnell, and he actually put out a statement that was rather scathing, describing how he just couldn't bring himself to a yes. He said the nation shouldn't have to worry that the intelligence assessments the president gets are tainted by a director of national intelligence with a history of alarming lapses in judgment. So not pulling punches there for Leader McConnell, but For her, the name of the game was you cannot lose 4 Republicans, and she only lost 1. So today, she was confirmed, and later on today, she'll be sworn in at the White House as our next Director of National Intelligence.
All right. Joe Khalil, live for us there on Capitol Hill. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.